Hi, how's everybody doing today? This is Sean. I'm here with a practice video. I just wanted to go over a few things with people. I've seen a few channels. I've been watching a few channels, and I've seen these fellas that are playing in tournaments. Trey from Winner's Circle, was Winners Only, was playing in a tournament, and I seen that he went out and he was like, ran out of food and went out and got something to eat because he was hungry during a match. The match was like 2 hours long, and I've seen a few other people from different channels doing the same thing, and I just want to let you know about a few things as a tennis player or somebody that's competing at high level athleticism, or just coming out here and playing with your friends, doing doubles, singles, whatever. You want to have, I always keep, you can go to Walmart or places like that and get these natural bars. Keep them in your bag. You can get crackers, and my favorite is these trail mix. So I actually get a few different kinds of trail mixes, but for this purpose, I go get one of the planters containers that's got the roasted peanuts and stuff in it, and I'll mix it together, and then I'll mix all the different ones together, and then I'll put that in my planters container, and I'll put that in my bag, and that way, like during in between games, when you're resting, you can get some peanuts, which got protein and a little candy and stuff in there, which won't hurt you. And then they also sell electrolytes that have zero sugar in it. Now, if you're going to take tennis seriously and you're going to compete and stuff, there's two things that it's a must. Okay, one, you have to avoid alcohol at all costs. Not beer, not liquor, nothing. And I see a lot of these channels, these guys that play matches, they're high level players, and win, lose, or draw, some of them are like, oh, I don't feel good, or I got a flu, or dragging, and that's because the night before they're out drinking alcohol. And believe me, every person, I'm 52 years old, every person that I know, that I grew up with, that drinks alcohol every day has some kind of health issue because of it. Alcohol is poison. It's the worst thing you can put in your body. It's even worse than smoking cigarettes. It completely kills every cell in your body, and there's nothing good about it. And you want to avoid it at all costs. And you want to drink a lot of stuff that has electrolytes in it. And if you're playing a tournament, a lot of people, the day before, you eat yourself a little bowl of pasta. It's got carbs in it, and it'll help you during your match, because you'll burn that sugar off in no time. It's not you don't get diabetes because of all the food and stuff. You get diabetes because of your alkaline levels and things that you're putting into your body through years of doing this, and it develops into a bad blood. Your blood starts to become not working correctly, and you're not your circulation doesn't work correctly, and that's what causes all this shit. So another thing you can do, if you have low alkaline levels, and it's a natural remedy, is I learned this from some people that used to play pro football, and I got friends of mine that were professional athletes. You take a half a tablespoon of baking soda, and you mix it with water, and you drink that, and it'll bring your alkaline levels, and it'll also get all the metal and impurities out of your system. Okay, so it's a little trick, and it doesn't taste that good, but you could actually add it in with some flavor. Electrolytes, like I say, you can get for I think it's $2. You get 6 of them at Walmart. You want to get Gatorade that has the lowest amount of sugar. You don't want to put any sugar in your body. Once you get rid of all the sugar and alcohol in your body is going to react a lot different. Now, the other thing that I want to mention is, I got people make comments, some guys like, you need more than one coach to help me. This is the situation, my dude. When I was in my 20s, I used to be a 4 or 5 player, and I won tournaments around here, okay? So I stopped playing tennis in 1999 because I've had hip replacement and I couldn't move the way I used to. That's why I stopped playing, because it was frustrating, because I was losing because I couldn't move, and that's what I'm going through now. It's not that I can't hit a tennis ball. It's not that my technique is bad or whatever. The problem is my footwork is bad, and my placement on the court is bad. That's what the problem is with me right now. I'm not moving fluently across the court, and I'm not playing the way I used to play, because when I was playing every weekend in tournaments and winning doubles and singles and stuff, and I was a good player. And you can look it up on USTA. My name's Sean Michael Sweeney. I ain't got nothing to hide. I'm telling you what it is. So it's very frustrating for me to come out here and play singles against people, and I've been losing a lot. You know, I'm gonna be honest. I lost a set 6-4 the other day and 6-3, and I was up 4-1, and I'm making errors because of the way my footwork is. Okay, that's why I'm losing, because I don't get to the ball and hit the ball the same way, because I'm out of position with my footwork. It isn't that I can't hit a tennis ball, because I can hit a tennis ball just as hard as any one of you folks on here. That's not the point. The point is, if you watch any of these good players, you watch these fellas' footwork. Watch that man, Mark Santas. I can't never say his name correctly, but he's got amazing footwork. He never stops. He's moving before the ball even comes over the net. He's already got his racket back. Same with Scott Brody. Same with all these high-level players. MEP's another guy. He's never out of position because his footwork is amazing. He anticipates the ball. And what you want to do is you want to be on the opposite side of your opponent. Okay, so if your opponent's on the left-hand side, you want to play around here. You want to stand here, facing that way, obviously. You want to be about right here. So you can move over and cover the down line, and you can move back. And then you're closer, if you hit backhand, and you get back, you're right here. Where you get closer. If you watch the pros, and that's why they make it look so easy. It isn't that the way they hit the ball, it's where they're at on the court. Watch any of these people, the way they move and the way they do stuff, and you'll always see them with some kind of food. You know, I've been going to tournaments when I was playing every time. I used to go to the Lipton and the Miami Open, all that stuff. They always eat bananas, all that stuff. The pros will take care of their body. If you want to be a good player and you want to be the best and you want to win these tournaments, you cannot drink alcohol. Alcohol is the worst thing you can put in your body. It destroys everything. It makes your body weak. And when you get my age, God willing, you're going to see the results of drinking alcohol. You're going to have problems with your legs. You're going to have problems with your liver. You're going to have all kinds of problems that you would never have if you never drank alcohol. Okay? I don't have anything against people drinking. They can do whatever they want. That's up to them. But you will pay the consequences for it. Everything that you do in your life, every decision you make, everything that you do, there's a consequence for it, good and bad. The same with tennis. Now, I played doubles yesterday, and I play against people that just don't hit the ball correctly. They don't hit the ball hard. It's really bad tennis. When you're playing doubles, they're standing back here at the baseline, and I have a good enough serve where they should be at the net, even on my second serve. And I'm going to come out. That's why I'm out here right now. I'll practice my serve. And it's 3:40 in the afternoon in Florida, and it just got done raining like a half an hour ago. And you see how dry these courts are? It doesn't even look like it rained, right? It's got to be 90 degrees on these courts, and I'm practicing in the sun because yesterday I was the only person who can serve in the sun because these guys were having problems, and it was literally cloudy, but there were some parts where the cloud was coming through and the sun was in their eyes. So, and I'm hitting aces. I'm doing good on my serve, but as I say, I'm playing with people that don't want to go to the net and play doubles correctly, so I don't even have a way to even train correctly. And most of the people that I'm playing tennis with are not high level players like you guys get to hit with and stuff like that, except for Coach Steve. Coach Steve is 75 years old and can play doubles against anybody that's on here at a high level. That dude's been winning tournaments before I was born. So the fact of the matter is, he takes the time because we've been friends for a while, and he knows it's why he's pushing me or whatever. But my footwork is the problem. It's not the way that I'm hitting the ball on my backhand or nothing like that. Because when I have a time to get to the ball and set up, I can hit my backhand just as good as anybody else. It's the footwork and it's the judgment. I'm also going to get my eyes checked because when the ball's a little closer, I'm not seeing it as well as I used to. And there's two things, like I said, I'm doing wrong. One, I'm not watching the ball leave my strings. That's the most important thing. And I used to do that when I was younger. I never took my eye off the ball ever, on volleys, on anything. I can watch it literally come. Sometimes I would even see the color, the number on the tennis ball, what number it was weird. That was from baseball too. So there is a lot of things that I have to work on, but I have 2 replaced hips, and I got a plate in my shoulder. Okay, and I'm still at 175, which I need to get down to about 160 to be good tennis. You know, move around better. But I'm quick for my height and my age and my size. And that's another thing. When you're serving, you're not looking at people on YouTube. You don't know how tall these folks are. Some of these people are over 6 feet tall, so they can smack the shit out of a tennis ball because they're over 6 feet tall. I was 5'8", and I'm like shrunk down to 5'5", really. So I mean, I've lost inches over height because of the curvature in my back, but I'm actually stretching out. And that's the other thing I wanted to talk to you about before we start training. You have to stretch out every single day. Every day when you wake up, you get yourself a glass of water, and then I drink coffee with ice in it. But I get myself some water, a bottle of water, have water, you know, and I drink that, and I stretch out every day, and I'm getting more limber. But at one point, I couldn't even bend down to like that to even pick up a tennis ball, you know. And then I'm out here trying to play singles, you know, when I can barely bend down to pick a tennis ball up. So I don't mind people critiquing me. I know it's funny watching some old fat guy trying to come back and play tennis, but as sure as God made green apples, and I swear on my mom's grave, by the end of this year, I'm going to be at a 4.0 level again, at least that, and I'm going to keep my word and play Trey and have fun with it, because I think it's great. I love watching this guy improve. He's doing great, and I just wanted to give him suggestions. Just make sure you're hydrated, dude. You live in Texas, and Florida's just as hot, and you can get, I had a problem one time. I was 24. I played doubles and singles, and I felt okay when I went home, you know. I had a long day. I mean, like probably 7 hours of tennis, maybe even 8 hours of tennis all day, from 8 in the morning to like 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock in the afternoon. I was there. I got home, and I sat down on my sofa, and every muscle in my body tightened up. I literally had to call an ambulance and get an IV. I was so dehydrated, and I was young. Okay, so don't because you're young and because you're healthy and you're physical and you go to the gym and all that. This stuff, this is the sun, bro. This is heat. This shit will look. I'm just standing here sweating, talking to you. Okay, so you have to have fluids, and I would suggest at least drink a half a gallon of water. If you guys are in California or somewhere it's hot, Texas, all these places, man, make sure you drink a half a gallon of water before you even hit the tennis courts, okay? So my doctor said when you go to the bathroom before your matches or whatever, you shouldn't see any yellow.